Hello. I had it yesterday, dude. I forgot how to play it. It's like... That doesn't sound right. I think it's... No, we're racing a set of Corsa tonight, dudes. I know I'm playing it terribly. Let's see if we can get the delay right. No, that's not right. See if this is right. Close. it's looking for F right there. Ooh, that's not right at all. Nope, still not right. Good song. Flock? I don't think Flock is Australian, man. I think Flock is British. No, just I decided against it. Alright. No, we don't want the delay for that. We need this right here. Speaking of Australian bands. Money for nothing? I don't know how to play Dire Straits, man. I'm not really that big of a Dire Straits fan, to be honest. Flaming Guitar Emote? Ozzy, I can't play the whole thing, but I got this for you. No, we need more distortion. Hold on. Let me turn the gain up. We need more distortion. No, you know what we need here? Kickstart My Heart. I don't know how to play it. I could guess though. G? Nope. That was a guess, Ivo. I don't know. Do I know Nothing Else Matters? No. Nah, I don't. I think people are gonna hate me for this. I don't like Metallica. I'm not that big of a fan, to be honest with you. I ain't that big of a Metallica fan, dude. I don't like their DMCA nonsense. Sorry. They're great musicians, dude. Sad But True is a great song. That's my favorite song by them. But I'm not, actually, you know what? I ain't gonna play it. I ain't gonna play it. I get DMC, you'll get DMCA'd for that. Play Stranglehold. Ah, Joji, we got a Nuge fan in here. Yeah, I know, Stonecrasher. I still think that's the funniest thing ever. They got DMCA'd by themselves for playing music live on Twitch. What's the Leonardo DiCaprio? The oh, that's great, man. You know, Breaking the Law? Priest, dude. That shouldn't be too hard. Priest is not that hard to play. It just... All right, here. Para was completely wasted. Down, down, down. Sounds right. That's not right. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Bow! I think it's up here. If you do, you'll find yourself doing the same things too. Breaking the law, breaking the law. It's, what's that little, that he throws in? It's not up here. I think it's A major up here. What's that, Dish? Yeah, most priest is, dude. What the heck is that? No frickin' way. That's awesome, dude. Here, I got another one from Priest. Ready? Last one, and then we go. Excuse me, I gotta turn this up. I'm good, Chief. Midnight, rocking till the dawn, moving till the morning, and I'm gone, I'm gone. Screwed that up. Nope, that's not right.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
12 for the price of 10. Oh my goodness. What is this? We gotta do one more jam for Hokey. We gotta do one more jam. I gotta do one more. Damn, dude. In the words of the immortal Cletus McFarland, fire me up, brother. Dang. Can we go back to breaking the law one more time? That's how it goes. Then there's a offset right there. Nope. I don't know what the lick that he puts in there. Bow, bow. That sounds right. Chat, did EJ cover Firefly yesterday early on? I missed the first part of stream. Firefly was at the end of the stream, dude. And the Rocket did a Kansai de Rifto. So the way I see it, I don't have cable, and EJ provides me consistent and quality entertainment. Thanks, Hokie. Tapping looks hard? No. No, it's not. You just need the distortion. That's what makes it, that's like the difference, dude. Because if I play this with no distortion, that actually doesn't sound bad. If I play it with no distortion, here. If we play it with a delay, no, that still sounds good. Here. Let's try that. There you go. Doesn't sound right. You gotta... It goes. I always forget the last part. Also, thanks. I'm addicted. Yeah. Yeah, just make sure if you want to get into aerospace that you're working on that and not so much Starbase. I still got lots to learn when it comes to the guitar. Here's what I learned first, Coltec. Learn to play the chords. Chords are easy. So play like E, G. So F, G, D, and A. You get those down, you'll be able to play anything, dude. Can you play that NASA synth song with the guitar? I don't think I'd have to figure it out. I don't know. Just seriously, learn to play chords first. It's not that, and then power chords. Power chords are easy. So this is a G on a power chord right here. the same as playing this. But it makes the same, it makes almost the same sound, but the power chord sounds a little bit different. Ready? The power chord has, it has a lot more behind it. There you go, Ang. That's awesome, dude. Green Day plays a lot of power chords, for instance. They don't play the notes. They play power chords, so it's... Yeah, that's easy. Is that Green Day? Yeah, man. Welcome to paradise. Is that the official term, EJ? Yeah. Yeah, man. You're going to put the Astro Slide launch clip on your wall in the back of the scene. Everybody wants to. Everybody wants to. That's another good song, dude, by the Squire. Did Firefly pull an Astra launch, or was it successful? It went straight off the pad. Does that help? Ooh, I can board you a flight coming back from Chicago at 5:55. Does that help? Hi, I'm Earth. Have we met? Oh, well, I don't think so. Lonely, lonely, lonely. Your spirit's sinking down. You find you're not the only stranger in this town. All right, let's go. So, dude, if I went in here and I described to you what the rocket did, you wouldn't believe me. All right, so all I'm gonna do is show you Jack Byers footage from NASA spaceflight. The rocket got off the pad just fine, and then something like right after that went notoriously wrong. So here, check this out. This footage is coming from NSF. Look. That was yesterday, Rivian. Yeah, that was yesterday. They had some kind of engine underperformance, I think. I don't know. I have no idea. The rocket slewing like that could be 1,000 things, dude. it could be 1,000 different things. The rocket underperformed. The vehicle callouts weren't correct. So they were supposed to go supersonic at 1 minute 20. They went supersonic at 2 minutes 20. So that points to something wrong with the engine. It needs a new alternator. No. Link to that video? Yeah, sure. It's mesmerizing, dude. You can bow, bow, oh, bow, bow, oh, bow, 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 boom, 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 boom. It's hypnotizing. Yeah, Urban, I know what you mean. Oh. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your songs just DMCA me. And I just love your flashy beats. I don't know what to use to rhyme with beats. Whose launch was it? That was Firefly Aerospace, dude. That was their first attempt, Riv. That was their first time trying, man. It got off the pad. Better than Astra. Not to dump on Astra though. I like that. I like Astra, especially after what their rocket did. They're like my favorite small sat launcher. Firefly's in like a close second, dude. I love all these small sat launches again, dude. It's like that footage that you see from Apollo and from like early NASA programs. The Vanguard rockets are going sideways and then just blow up. It's like, man, that's old school. I like it. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Ace. You're not wrong, man. Full NSF video of the launch. Ooh. Raz, we'll watch that for Space News, man. I gotta get this, we gotta get the small SSTO pad all situated, man. I need to get that thing back up and running, like now. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast, now.
Discovery,
I want him found. Astra was the real deja vu. Nani? Kansai Drifto. Hey, James, tier 253 Monta. Thanks, man. Alright, let's get the tunage going. Alright, so we're up here. Astra got off the pad. It's just not vertically. Yeah, you're not wrong. So, I was loading all this stuff up on the trailer, and it was over there, and then it wasn't over there. Yeah, X08 was giving me trouble, as it always does. This is the remains of the dart that broke off the helicopter and crashed into the ground over there. I went and scrounged up all of its pieces and brought all of them back. We have a ton of extra dart parts here. And what I'll probably end up doing is using it to make one good dart out of spare parts for the museum. Any ideas on how to strengthen the landing gear on the big SSTO? Gold, we figured out that, believe it or not, it wasn't a landing gear problem. The landing gear works just fine. There was a dead giveaway that we figured out yesterday. When I crashed that SSTO on the on the runway yesterday, some of the landing gear stayed stuck on. It stayed attached. That right there, coupled with a coupled with a couple of other things, that right there tells me that the landing gear wasn't the problem. And I went through the motions yesterday and tried to figure out what the heck was wrong. And yeah, we quickly figured out that we quickly figured out that there was other things going on with that. The signs weren't pointing towards landing gear, believe it or not. I even had Yard come and help me out. If you don't know who Yardnet is, Yardnet hosted the stream with me for like 2012, 2013, 2014 into 2015. He's like one of my right-hand guys when it comes to Kerbal testing. He's in chat from time to time, but he works a lot. So he actually came in and helped me figure it out. It's a structural problem. Because he did a couple of fixes, and that fixed the thing, and he crashed it into the ground, and it bounced off, from some of his videos. So what I ended up doing Well, I haven't really fixed it yet, but I know what can fix it. I know what will fix the thing. Yeah, Urban, he's a jerk. Blame him, it's always his fault. What do we need to do to get the small boy out for a mission? I need about 50k more stuff. The trailer wheel broke because of the Kraken strike. That's good. And I have to get the remains of 8 kind of... I would have helped too if you sent the file on the night, boss. Drummer put it up for grabs, Tessa. And the updated SSTO file is... Prototype 6 is good enough. It's not the landing gear. It's the structural frame. So I don't know what file you're looking for. But FAA statement on the Firefly anomaly. Firefly may not return the Alpha vehicle to flight until the FAA approves the final mishap investigation report or determines the issues related to the mishap do not affect public safety. This is standard procedure. Yeah, okay. That was yesterday after the stream started. Yeah, so the prototype file up there should be fine. You should be able to use that for troubleshooting. But Tessa, long story short here, I'll go into the SPH and I'll show you. And it's a structural failure that a structural design flaw that I overlooked. I should have done more testing. This was my fault. I tried something a little bit different with the hierarchy because I thought it would be stronger when I implemented the W kind of build style, but it didn't work. There's one part of the SSTO where I have basically like 40 tons worth of fuel tank hanging off of one girder segment. And it's just not enough. Let me show you. I've been watching Jack's video. I can't figure out how the rocket moved. Did it do a full flip? It went like this. So it went like this, and then it went like that, and then they blew it up. Yeah, it's a bit of a Jesus nut, exactly. Yeah, right? So right here, I have my entire tank segment. I have the entire tank segment and the fairing hanging off of one girder segment, and there's no reinforcement right here. Except for that. That's it. I thought that would be enough. Narrator. It wasn't enough. Oh, I saw that while you and Yarg were on, boss. So I'm confused. I don't know what you want. Hey, Tech. Yeah, no, I'm good, man. How about you? So the fix, as we thought, and you guys, I would welcome more people to test this, was to do that.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
That fixed it. To an extent. That mitigated the problem. I have a gigantic girder like the entire tank mechanism is hanging off of that girder. And I thought that this would be enough. It would be enough to make it work because the engines are also hooked into that girder. The same thing that mounts the bottom of the tank mounts the engines. So I thought that if the engines could push on it, it would be enough. But see, the engines pushing on it is compression load. When we go to land, it's shear load. We're talking about two different types of load here. We're talking about forces hitting it sideways and forces hitting it front to back. You know, hey, Joji, what's going on? RT, bonjour. See what I'm talking about? It's not good. Is EJ dropping frames? I see 0 drop frames in OBS. 5 stars? Good. That's good to know. Good to know, man. So this helped right here. That really made a big difference. And we tested it, and my pocketbook is hurting because how could that possibly have thought I was selecting that? Right here. That was the fix. But I don't think that's a full fix, to be honest with you. I don't think that's gonna... I don't think that's going to totally fix it. That is not what Yarg did. Yarg's fix was a little bit different. I actually didn't mind how he did it. How he split the hierarchy was probably... It's probably not a bad way to do it. But that means I gotta go rebuild this whole thing, and boy, is that gonna suck. Yeah, we've narrowed it down, Banana Time. The structural issues are basically right here. This fairing that holds the entire tank mechanism is literally attached by one girder segment right there. Here, let me visualize that. Let me show you what that looks like when it's not jammed into an entire ship. Alright, so I have my girder segment, right? Alright. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. That is essentially hanging off of this. And then that's hanging off the back. I don't have an answer. I'll be honest. I have no excuse here. That's an amateur mistake. I must have just overlooked it. Somebody may have told me about it, and I may have been just so focused on what I was doing that I totally missed it. So, long story short, the connection between here and here is literally the hierarchical connection, which is the most important one, is relying on a large node connected to a very tiny node. See the tiny node right here, and see the really large one? Large to small nodes like that aren't very structurally stable. Not entirely stable. I'm glad you're here to tell us these things. Chewie, take the professor back, plug him into the damn hyperdrive. The fuel tanks are node attached to the fairing interstage segments, dude. I thought that would be stronger. And I even tested that would be stronger. I know, Tessa. I don't know why I thought that would be okay. I'll be honest with you. Okay, I'm at a point in KSP where everything that I do is pretty damn deliberate. I don't know why I would do this. I did this for a reason. There's a reason why I made this way, and I don't really feel like going back and looking into the VOD. Why I connected that like that. Maybe, it could have been anything. It could have been a day that I was just tired, and I was just like, yeah, that'll be fine. Without testing it, you know? But then again, I did have versions of the SSTO. We did have versions of the SSTO where I put it out on the runway and it blew up in my face. And I knew that there were structural problems there, and I seemingly did fix it. But yeah, Revern, it's interesting. Hey, Flacken, what's going on? It's interesting. It's an interesting problem. But yeah, I think that that's the fix. That would be the way to fix my design, but I might need to redesign it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we should proceed. Either way, guys, I dropped this thing off the pad, right? I dropped it. We spent a lot of money yesterday. I spent about $500,000 yesterday doing testing. Yarg's fix is to attach the fuel tanks in a different way, STX, which is not a bad idea. It's mirrored off the small SSTO, Bagel. So that proves, the small SSTO is built exactly the same, with the exact same parts. Only the fuel tanks are different. That's it. Engines are mounted in the same exact way. It should mimic that hierarchy. And I didn't see any problems. I didn't see any problems with it. No problems manifested themselves during testing. But then again, that's an excuse. No problems manifested itself in testing. Yeah, because you didn't test it enough. Long story short, when I drop this thing, the tanks do this. They basically do that and break. We tried dropping it from here. It blew the thing up. Shame. Lost a lot of money with this thing thus far, but then again, it's alright. Alright, anyway. Guys, we are about 20k, well, actually about 50k short of, it survived a 5 meter a second vertical speed impact wood bite, but that doesn't necessarily correlate to landing the thing either. Does this warrant revision to the small SSTO design? No. That problem does not manifest itself on the small SSTO. I've done carrier landings with the small thing on here, literally hitting the thing at like 4 to 5 meters a second vertical speed. Never had a problem with the small one. But that joint is carrying, the fuel tanks have a lot more moment over that joint with the big one, like a lot more. The girder segment on the small one is carrying like maybe 5 tons of tank. It's carrying 40 tons on the big one. There's your problem. Why don't you mount the wheels on the tank so they're directly supported? This is an actual question, not a suggestion. I'd rather mount them to something structural, you know? I mean, I'll be honest, Jonas. That's a good question. It's fair question for sure. I need an advance on a contract, man. Tessa, I mean, I would welcome you guys to try and test that, because I have no money for testing. I'm actually short. I can't put an SSTO launch complex out here. I don't have enough cash. Yep.
Discovery, go at
What do you mean by carrier landing? So, aircraft carrier landings and takeoffs are very, very harsh. They're... Yeah, I mean, here. I'll show you. Hey, Camrad, what's up? Let me find a good one. There's a lot of carrier liftoffs. Here, let's just go top 5 amazing carrier landings. Oh boy. Alright, so watch this.
Today we're doing.
Alright, let's just... Yeah, okay. So this guy is in an F-18 here, I think? Yeah, it's an F-18. What? Like, okay. There's the runway. The runway is not long. It's not long. So carrier landings, and this is anecdotal from the actual pilots, it's basically, you basically crash the plane. The vertical speeds that you encounter when you're landing on a carrier are much, much more violent than what you do on a runway. On a runway, you kind of just make sure your vertical speed is 0 right when you touch the wheels down, right? The carrier landing you're probably hitting the ground with like 3 to 4 meters a second vertical speed. It's freaking impressive. The runway is also moving, yeah. And sometimes you can't even see it. The carrier can run what's called lights out operations, where you can land on the runway with no lights, yeah, at night, and you can't see the ship, yeah. Man, this guy's a pro, dude. He lined up that approach. I mean, maybe he's not a pro. I mean, that's frankly impressive, lining up the landing like that. I mean, That's impressive, dude. That's really, really difficult to do. Try to do it in DCS. Digital Combat Simulator has this exact scenario with the F-18. I mean, Homeboy's flying that manually. Look at this thing. And so, like, carrier planes have ridiculously built-up landing gear because they do this. That's a really, really skilled landing, man. I've done it in DCS, dude. I did it once. I landed it. I think it was on like the 5th or 6th try that I did it. So, and then on the carrier, the dude, on the carrier, what you have to do is you have to snag a hook, which is really, really difficult. Oh, yeah, there's that. There's also that test. Yeah, they did that one time. No, that's the Harrier. Oh my goodness. That is so difficult, dude.
The difference with this landing was that I was going to step it down 50, 40, 30, 20 feet.
The Harrier doesn't have a hook.
It was aligned and stabilized before Major Murphy would clear me to land at 20 feet, so that it's had the best chance to actually put the nose on the stool. So I come in, and at this point, I've kind of forgotten that I don't have a nose gear. I'm just focused on landing. That's what I decided I had to do. So I'm at 20 feet stabilized, and I can't see the stool. I don't even know it's there. I didn't see it coming over the end of the ship. I looked for it. I remember looking for it and thinking, oh boy, this is going to get interesting. So I go to idle. I remember my main gear hitting, and all of a sudden my nose dropping, and it dropped more than I expected.
Bro,
but at that point,
Harriers are so difficult to land. They're nigh impossible. So Harriers have this problem, okay? And don't get me wrong, this does not make it a bad aircraft, okay? Harriers are probably one of the most elegantly designed vertical takeoff and landing planes ever devised, ever. I think this is simpler than the F-35 by a long shot. This is a much more elegant solution, but I still like the F-35. That doesn't change anything. Frick, that guy's got balls, dude. That's unbelievable. So the Harrier has this problem. You have a bypass turbofan in here called a Pegasus, okay? It's a bypass turbofan, like what you'd find on a commercial airliner. So it's got a big fan in the front, a big freaking fan, and then a jet engine in the back, right? Think pod racer engine, right? The cool thing about it is that the front fan, the bypass, all right, is being used to is being channeled into the front ducts right there, and then the jet engine in the back is being channeled to the rear ducts. So that's what makes it hover. That's why it has 4 jets and 1 engine in the center of the vehicle. The bypass turbofan, which has the big fan in the front and then a jet engine in the back, and the jet engine is actually pushing a turbine wheel that turns the fan, right? That front fan is powering the front ducts, and the aft fan is powering the rear ducts, right? The thing about it is, well, you have the same kind of problems that you would on a car with turbo lag. What's turbo lag? Basically, when you step on the gas on a car, the engine starts revving, and the engine has to start moving enough air to spool the turbo. You have to spool the turbine wheel. You hear it on cars, like if a car goes zzz, that's spooling, and well, that's blowing off the turbo, but that's another story. You have to spool it. You have to spool the jet engine. The jet engine and the turbo are not that far off. They share a common lineage. So you have turbo lag with your throttle input with this thing. You can get turbine lag with this. That's why the Harrier's so damn difficult to land.
So I go to idle. I remember my main gear hitting.
Because look, here, check this out. Back this up a second. Why doesn't that Harrier have front landing gear? It's broken. All right, look. So watch the intake right here. See that? See all the condensation that's happening on the intake? That's when air is going from high to low pressure. They impinge on it for whatever reason. I forget the intake design, why the intake design is the way that it is. But as the guy goes down, watch. Watch the condensation change. Watch the pressure drop inside of the intake. See a change? Oh, hey guy. See that? He throttled back. And watch the plane sink when he throttles back.
Idle. I remember
It's crash.
and all of a sudden my nose dropping, and it dropped more than I expected.
See that? If you throttle back even a little bit, you can despool the jet engine and your plane will fall like a brick. That's why the Harrier is very difficult. Try landing a vertical takeoff jet in Kerbal. See how difficult it is. It's condensation flecking because air is getting impinged here. It's going from high to low pressure very, very fast. You kind of have to do that with jet engines.
But
your buddy from A School was on that ship when it happened.
For the ride. I don't remember feeling it bounce like it did on the videotape. I remember feeling it just kind of hit, and that was it. But then I had to sit there for a minute and remember how to shut the jet off and everything. Pretty big relief. I didn't realize how much I was shaking until I got out of the aircraft.
Discovery, go at the battle up.
Dude, that's awesome. What a legend. Hey, Boone, what's going on? Pingman, what's up, dude? I attempted a VTOL plane once. Yeah, a lot of people don't know the Harrier actually has RCS on it, just like a spacecraft would. Same concept. Oh, yeah. And it is called a reaction control system. The reaction control system is on a tap-off cycle from the engine. So it's called bleed air in aviation. There's bleed air coming from the compressor on the jet engine, and that it has like hot gas thrusters, similar to like what Starship wants to have. It's very similar, except coming from a rocket engine. Instead of coming from a rocket engine, it's coming from the jet engine. So the Harrier does have RCS. It can do this. It's really cool. Like I said, man, very, very smart. Very smart. I love that plane. It's one of the coolest planes ever designed. Basu, 52-month resub. That was on the Baton. That's cool, Victory. Hell yeah. I landed on a carrier in a C2 Greyhound. That was no joke, and we were all seated facing aft. You landed on a carrier in a Greyhound. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Dude, carrier landings are insane. John, I would love to see one once. I want to see one once with my own eyes. How ridiculous that actually is. I would love to. We got to find a PAO. We got to find a U.S. Navy PAO. The military is super gung-ho about that stuff. I remember when Das and and this was in late 2019, which really sucks, when Das and I went to the Miramar Air Show and we filmed the Blue Angels and the Red Arrows flying at the Miramar Air Show in 2019, the Marine Corps PAOs were like, dude, they were gung-ho about everything. It was awesome. I was like, I freaking was, we were walking like off after the air show, and the PAO was like, dude, I'm so happy you guys are here. This is awesome. I love what you do. I love Twitch. This is amazing. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, this guy is charged up. And he's like, guys, I got some Marine Corps reserves over there. They have a tank. You want to go see the tank? And I'm like, yes, yes, I do. Yes, I would like to do that. Yes, I want to do that. Yes. And he's like, all right, cool. We can teach you how to fire the cannon. It'll be sick. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was an Abrams tank. So your boy knows how to load a Sabo round into an Abrams tank. I don't know what I'm going to do with that information, but I know how to do it. If you're sitting left seat in the turret on an Abrams, right? You turn, you open up the rack behind you, you pull the shell out, and you pivot it off your leg and throw it into the breech. If you have that guy's info, he could probably network you into a ride out to a carrier. Dude, I'd do it. And so we were, John, this is the story. We were walking to the tank, right? And I saw there was a V-22 flying around, an MV-22, because it was Miramar. And I'm like, oh, when are we flying in the Ospreys? Like, when are you coming back? I'm like, what? That's not the response I expected. Last for a fun fact, okay? Fun fact, the radar on aircraft, specifically on the Hornet, since it's what I flew and knew, if you turn on the radar instead of flipping it to warm up, you can actually cook the ground crew. Yes. When are you going back then? Well, COVID happened, so I mean, I'll still cold call the guy. I don't care. Hey, you remember that one time we were talking about driving a tank around? Hey, you want to still do that? You know? Yeah, I'd do it, man. That would be sick. That would be fun. It would be a good time. So your boy knows how to start up a tank. So there's that. Oh, okay, Hokey. All right. Yeah, and it was pretty sweet. They couldn't get the tank started though. Something was wrong with the 24-volt system. And dude, they couldn't get the tank started, and they were trying to spool the turbo shaft because Abrams have a helicopter engine in it. And I'm sitting there, and I'm keeping my mouth shut. I don't want to sit there and be like, nah, I can start this. I wanted to be like, okay, what's going on? Where are you getting voltage? How is it charging? Was it like I wanted to go in and start picking apart the tank and being like, okay, does this system work? It's just like starting a car. It's not that far off. It's just a jet engine, so it's a little different. Yeah, they didn't want us filming inside of the Abrams. I have pictures. There's pictures of me floating around standing on top of an Abrams tank somewhere. I think Brimo posted them here. Anyway.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Let's see. Yeah, around here somewhere. Getting a tour on Nimitz is a 10,000% worth it. I'd believe it. Doc, 43-month resub. You're a champion and don't ever forget it. Oh, thanks, man. Give me a moment. They might be around here somewhere. Let me know when you're in San Diego. Okay. Man, Brimo posts a lot of pictures. There's a lot of pictures of stuff in here. Okay, we're into 2019. Let's see. Any pictures? Any pictures? Nope. Nope, nothing. There's a lot of pictures of me on here. Strange. Not really. Nope, can't find it. There's a picture of Das and I standing on a tank somewhere. I have to go look. You drove the reconnaissance variant or something. I didn't put the helmets on, no. Those guys were cool, though. Those guys were cool as hell. They were like, yeah, here, you want to learn how to drive it? I'm like, yes. They taught Das how to drive it. I taught how to shoot the gun. I was taught how to shoot the gun. Or load it. Alright, anyway, back to Kerbal. Cool little tangent there. But yeah, going back to it. Yeah, carrier landings, dude. If you're ever at an air show and they have a Navy plane there, or you're ever at a museum and they have a Navy plane, look at the landing gear. The landing gear is thick. Damn, boy, she thick. Alright, we need to take an advance on a mission here. And I need a mission with a pretty decent advance. Or else we don't have enough cash. Thanks for the tangent. Hey, no problem. It's all good. Alright, we gotta make some good time here. For funds, wouldn't it make sense to go get the one in orbit and land it? I already did that, Riv. Oh yeah, we already did it. That SSTO that's sitting out at the Boneyard. Or Launch Complex 2. That one? That's number 7. I brought it back down. And we refurbished it And it's been flying missions for me. I technically have 2 of these things. We have 2 small SSTOs in operation. We have SN7 and SN10. Yeah. Oh yeah, we did that already. Alright, maybe we can sell off some science here. Let's see. US F-15s arrived here today for our annual Air Force celebration. They made a couple of very low passes. Ooh, very nice. 10 is technically good to go, Hillness, yeah, but I don't have a, it's technically good to go, but I don't have enough money to put it out. So it's in lore purposes, it's rebuilt, but sitting in the hangar. I don't have enough money to get it going. I'm Baranning it right now, which, wow, that hurt to say a little bit. Okay. Three signs. Okay. You got your first orbit in RP1. Very nice. Can we not save the Prospector probe using a servicing probe launched by the small one? Gotta have a launch pad to do that, Pigzig, but yes. Yes, we could. Absolutely. And I don't need that much more cash, man. I'm about to go see if we can pull these prototypes out of the water. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see what's over here. But Pigzig, that's the first mission in line, so I can get some capital for the big SSTO. And then once we have the capital, then I'm going to do the structural fix for it. And then we're going to fly it, and then that's going to be the end of it. But I'll have 2 launch pads ready to go. Man, those jet engines have been on for a long time. What's max distance for recovery? 2.5 kilometers. These are all just out of range. This is the remnants of a broken shuttle, of a broken dart. I'm almost debating whether I should go get my recovery ship. Should I go get the recovery? Should we buy the recovery ship? Because the amount of debris that we can recover might equal the cost and more. Or should I just build one? The helo with a claw? What's cheaper? Might be cheaper to just build a new vessel. But yeah, John, I want to get the small SSTO up and running. That's what I want to do today. That's my objective. But do I have a pre-built one? Briggy, why Brig? I do, but I have a rule. If I'm gonna buy something from the other save, from any of my other saves, I can buy whatever I want. I have to take its price, times it by 2, and then round up to the nearest 100,000. So if I have a vehicle that's 20K in another save, times that by 2, 40, and then round up to the nearest 100,000. So a $20,000 vehicle costs money to import from another save. Yeah, so you're incentivized to build it here, but if there's just, you can buy stuff from the other saves if you want. It's totally doable. Wouldn't it be cheaper to build a new rocket, though? What do you mean, CK? So, if you're unfamiliar with how I play, I don't just build the rockets. I build the launch complexes, too. So, the rockets are very expensive to fly, because I have to pay for the fuel, I have to pay for the launch pad, the launch complex, ideally reusable if I want to save some money, right? A reusable launch pad, and a reusable vehicle if I want to save the most money, right? So, even to launch a vehicle that costs 100K, it costs like 500. The idea is to show people that it's not just the rocket that costs money. The pad costs money too, and the personnel costs money, and the fuel costs money. You know? Did you spend the dollars to unlock the seaport pad? I have not. It's 500 grand. I think you should just build a new one or find another solution. Isn't buying your own designs expensive? It is, Riv. Yeah. Last, okay? What B-Soul said. Build a duck. Quack, quack. I'm almost wondering what the heck's out here. What's this debris out here? Is it worth going and recovering? Wouldn't it be better to do... Wouldn't we be better off just doing small SSTO missions? Yeah, those engines are spooled up, which is strange. Oh, these are leftover bits from a Freedom rocket. Let's go over here. I tried to duplicate the recovery boat from the other save. Not worth buying it. I'm not sure that this stuff is going to get us exactly what we're looking for here, but there is an engine section down here from booster number 5 that could be worth some cash. So, guys, the reason why I'm not flying the small SSTO, I don't have enough for the launch complex. I spent too much yesterday. Whoops. Yeah, no problem, CK. It's all good. I play by these rules to make it tougher. It makes for really good content watching me struggle. A little stressful, but your boy can handle it. The big SSTO crashed again, Midget. We found a huge structural design flaw after doing some testing. Between losing the SSTO and doing that structural testing to expose the design flaw, I'm out about $1 million. And I don't have enough money to put the big SSTO's pad out. And we need about 500K. I already have the SSTO over there. I already have it. That's right, I already have it. It's sitting at the storage area. What I'm thinking about doing is seeing if we can go... Can you put pontoons on the helicopter, then piston crane claw to the engines? Yeah, but a boat would be a lot safer, John, don't you think? There's always that. An amphibious vehicle? There's a bunch of junk out here in the desert from a scrapped SSTO. I scrapped 8 out here. These are all the leftover pieces. There's probably about 50K worth of stuff here, but we already figured out what happens when I try to go and get it. See, all these pieces here are literally me scrapping the aeroshell. I took the aeroshell completely apart off of that chassis. Yep. I took the whole thing apart with Kerbal construction. We scrapped it out here in the desert. Yep, see? It looks like Watto's junkyard out here. And then there's a junk helicopter around here somewhere. Because I lost one of the helos in the recovery. This is all worth some pretty good cash, man. See if I can find the damn helicopter. Tab through the list. Nope. They come around, they look around, they no buy what nobody buys. Ugh. They come here, they mess up my store. So the most expensive part here is probably the engine section left over from the SSTO. There it is. Tried building a vehicle out of the thing. It didn't work. All right, SDX. See you, buddy. Have a good night, okay? Can we bring the Freedom Rocket out of retirement? There's really no flat place out here in the dunes, no. Yeah. Sucks. If I could get this back, that should get me enough money, but if I crash, then we're even further in the hole, which really would suck. Could you land something and bolt the engines on? Well, that's what I tried before, Riv, and when we did that, the whole thing blew up in my face, quite literally. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta stretch my back. I didn't sleep right. That's why I'm taking a knee. I'll be back in 1 second. Let me just stretch. All right, so we gotta figure this out. I think it would probably be better to take an advance on a contract, guys. No, Jack, no. Want a small loan of $1 million from your father. Oh, Happy. You're better than that. Come on. No, nothing bad happened. I'm about 50K short from getting the small SSTO operational. Even if I was operating it right off the pad like what we were doing. I'm still 50K short. I tested too much yesterday. I did, and yeah, the FAA grounded Virgin Galactic because they violated a TFR. Oof. Oh, I didn't do the time warps for the day too, so we can refresh the contracts. 1, 2, 3, 4, Chat delay, Tessa, sorry. Alright, let's see what we got. Hey, Aurora. It's been a while. I changed my name from Jack a while back. I was wondering if I ever showed you the EA6B replica I finished. You changed your name from Jack. Jack what, Aurora? Yeah, Brig, we're doing pretty good. And Jack O'Neill. Oh, I got you. Yeah, okay. All lowercase, blue name. Yep, same color as your name now. Yeah, I got you. Show me, please. I'd love to see it. Last pulls. How long to make a boat and push trash with it within the limit? One to two streams, John. Yeah, 1 to 2 streams. I could make, dude, I could make a high fidelity replica of SpaceX's boats. That's actually what I want. Here, check this out. These new recovery ships that SpaceX commissioned have a nice freaking recovery crane on it. I could make one of these things, but honestly, it would take me a second. She wouldn't be able to go very fast. It wouldn't be able to go very quickly. Can I get link perms? Sure. Hey. Jack Rora, you have regular. You could just post. It's all good. I won't call you that again. What? I'm speechless. I have nothing to say. Yeah, I have nothing to say, Aurora. How many parts is it? That's... Holy crap. Wow. That is impressive. That it looks... Yeah. Looks right to me, but then again, I've never seen the inside of an EA6. Alright, here, let's look. EA6. That looks right to me. Yikes. How did you... It's 3,200 parts. That's nuts. Very nice. What the heck is that? Aurora in chat made that, Snake. It's, keep it simple. John? Yeah. By the way, the Kerbal devs are making a KSP-like game, but purely for planes. It's Balsa, and Felipe is making it, Reveril. Yeah, Balsa. I will be playing that, because, yep. Position a satellite in a polar orbit around the moon. Position a satellite in a wait a minute. Polar orbit around the moon. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I can take that in that Minmus mission, and we'll have enough to get the small SSTO working. However... John, hold up. The ship idea is cool, and we should do that. But let me see what that polar orbit is around the moon. I tabbed past it. Please be close. Please be close. It's close enough. Is it retrograde, though? No, it's just perfect polar. Yeah, Pop Bear, that's what I'm thinking. Make this satellite a recovery vehicle. Get Prospector 1 working. Yeah, it's close enough that if I sent out a probe with enough Delta V, it should be fine. Remember, this thing only needs like 6 meters a second. Actually, you know what? Let's do what we didn't do with the Prospector mission. Let me read for a second, okay? What are the orbital parameters for this thing? $25 in 1,000. The scanner can only perform an orbital survey if it's in a polar orbit at a medium altitude. It means the inclination must be between 80 and 100. Yeah, it happens, Max. Can I see the orbital parameters for that thing in here? No. Alright, let's go. Let's fly the Prospector. I don't think I ever said it to you, but you were a massive reason that I got into replica building. I just never been able to properly thank you for continuously inspiring me to push the limits of what I'm capable of. No problem. It's my pleasure. That's what I'm here for. Inclination is 99.7. 99.7. Holy crap, did we luck the hell out here. Oh my goodness. I got so lucky. Check the Delta V required to change it to the new orbit. Well, we're not... All I need to do is that. That's it. Right there. Just... Actually, it only needs to be right... Right there is fine. Well, Pop Bear, I'm thinking about the mission backwards, okay? So, the first thing that we'll do is get the probe out here. Get it into its orbit, right? Or should we get the satellite first? Mission and then rescue. Well, okay, fellas, the mission, if we go back to the tracking station, the mission is in a lower orbit at a different, it's at a different longitude of ascending node.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
I think redirecting first, redirecting the satellite. Oop. Because it's in a higher orbit would be the right first thing to do. And then once we get its AP down there, we can do an inclination change with the sat. They're both going in the same direction. Better to get paid on one than none. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Riv, we're talking about an extra 30 meters a second here for the whole thing, but yeah. Couple of things we have to take into account. Prospector 1 is asymmetric. That's part of the reason why it's not in the right orbit that it's in. Because it's heavy on one side, because it's got a probe core on one side and batteries that are asymmetric, and that causes the thing to drift. That's part of the reason why it's in a bent orbit, like it's not in a perfect polar. So we're going to have to take that into account. So, a probe that's launched from the small SSTO would probably take... Well, shoot. Let's do our delta V calculations out, and then we'll get this thing ready. Let me go take the mission. Place a satellite in polar orbit around the moon. I'll take that. 474. I need 26K. Position LV5B1 probe in an adjusted orbit around the moon. That's the lander. That's the prospecting lander. I gotta save fuel with that thing as much as I can. Position a satellite around Minmus, 165.3. I can use this as an excuse to get a relay out to Minmus if you guys want, because there's no relay out at Minmus. That's Drummer Slumby. Don't know if you saw this on Discord. Try to make that face, dude. That's awesome. Gotta make that into an emote. Who are they? Rocket Factory Augsburg. Can't make an omelet without breaking eggs. With our cryogenic burst test, we pushed the limits of our first stage. I've never heard of these people before. Rocket Factory Augsburg. Opening fair and affordable access to space, removing boundaries, limiting human evolution. I've never heard of these people. You saw them on the front page of NSF. Yeah, we're going to have to go take a look. Position a satellite in synchronous orbit around Minmus. Yeah, that's the next mission. We also have to do a crew So, let's do it. I have enough. Let's go. Shall I DM that to Brimo? Maybe. Alright. We have enough here. So now what? The heck, is that some fever dream? Yeah. Alright. Any other contracts here that pay very well? Yeah, Killian. 3 or so startups in Germany. Yeah. Alright. What do you guys think? Should I just operate the small SSTO out of here? Or should we find its home? I kind of want to find its home. If I'm gonna be honest here. So let's go out here. Let's go out here. And that means I'm going to need to put the K200 down. I got to put the truck out. Because we're going to have to move the rest of this stuff. Or we could just leave it there and just launch. We could move the... I can move the pad out there. It shouldn't be an issue. I did, Panta. Yeah, pretty cool. Blue Shorts, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just wondering, is there anything else out here that we can recover that we don't need? This is the truck with all this... I put all the stuff that I want to keep on this trailer, for the most part. Glebless left her backpack out here. There's 7. 7's good to go. The science palette I don't want to recover because it has so much experiments on it. This thing has a lot of experiments on board. I don't want to recover that. I'm not recovering that, obviously. I don't want to recover this, nor that. This has some engines on it, but it also has a lot of servos that I could use. I could scrap the rest of these things on this pallet if I sent some Kerbals out here with a recovery pallet. We could scrap it, we could bring it back, and then I could take the engines. We can make sure we can move the engines off. We need 4 Kerbals to move the engines over to the truck. This is what's left of an orbiter maneuvering system from DART and a launch escape system from DART. I want to keep those, but the rest of this stuff is something that I don't need. We can take this. We can grab all this stuff and bring it back. I just need to get this stuff off of here. These servos are worth the cash that I need. What are you going to do with the Freedom 7 test stage that's out here? Got to move it. We got to move this thing. This was the first stage I brought up and brought back. It was the test article for the Freedom 7 program. Experimental 7. It was the first... I sent it up by itself. It went up and it came back down. It did a new Shepherd. This thing has been up. It's been up there. And it came back down and it landed. I want to keep it. It's a good stage. What's the science looking like? 91. But I should have more... I did the time warp, so I should have more science up at the station. So maybe the science will give me the boost if I sell some of it. I don't need that much. So let's go to the tracking station. Dude, I have a cut on the inside of my fingernail. Look at that thing. Ugh, that's so annoying. Tape it. It's not enough to tape it, but it's not enough. It's just enough to be annoying, you know? All right, let's go over to Liberty. That data will be huge in a Minmus lab. That's why I'm keeping the science palette there. Then test it. Nice. .30 science. I'll take it. See if we can run the magnetometer. See what kind of science that gives us. Nah, nothing. Okay. These guys gotta come down, they're due. Alright. Alright. Let's go back to the Space Center. See if I can sell off a little bit of science. I just need a tiny bit more cash here. I can see what you're saying, YB. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, Doomer, it's... hasn't been a good couple of days here for the space program. But it was one of those we need, you know, I gotta learn. That gives me 1,700. That's not even worth it. Jeez. $505 should be enough. Alright, so we got to go out there with the K200. And we have to, finish moving stuff. Quick boat to push the bits inside of 2 kilometers should be next. How much would a small boat cost? Well, I have the launch. Guys, I have the boat. Here. I don't know if I only used this thing once to go recover some Kerbals from the crashed thing, but I have the rib. The RHIB. I actually forgot I had this. I could use this to round stuff up and push it in the 2 kilometer range, or I could just get the Kerbals. We could put Kerbals on this thing, and they could use Kerbal construction and literally pick up pieces and attach them to the rib. And then we could just drive the rib back up to the runway and get 100% return on these parts. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I already know the parts that I want. I need the K200. Let's get K200 Bear, right? That's with it. It has an empty pallet on it. Two Kerbals might not be enough. I might need to put more people in this thing. But it's dangerous to have... I don't want Kerbals in the boat. Overwrote the bear file? That's no problem, John. I can just pull the pallet off and hit save. It's no worries. We might need 3 Kerbals to do construction here to pull some of those parts. You know what? We'll just send 2 for now. It's fine. Let's go. It's seaworthy. Why Briggy 4x3? How do you say your name? I'm like sitting here going, Briggy. Why Brig Cyber Mix? How should I say your name? Just out of, like, should I just call you Jeff or something? Like, 4x3? What do you prefer? I've been saying YB or Briggy or Ybrig Cyber before, but things I don't know. You tell me, my man. What should I call you? You can just say YB or 4x3. Got it. I'll stick to 4x3. Yeah, a lot of constant. It's up to you personally. Well, hey. I'll just use 4x3. 4x3 is easier. Okay, the engine's running. Cool. It blows my mind how fast this truck is. It'll do 70 miles an hour. It's pretty quick. Yeah, okay, Mayor. Alright, so let's try roping in some of this debris. We'll pick parts off of it that we can pick off, and then I'll try pushing some of it. The only thing we gotta worry about is that probe. That's the engine section. The engine section's underwater. I don't think we're gonna get it. But the rest of this stuff is just wings and stuff. We should be able to just attach them to the sides of the rib, and then we can take the RHAB, we can recover it, and yeah, that should work. And we should get 100% return on this stuff. Well, the reason why I'm testing this stuff is because this isn't far from shore. Let's see what we got. Has dismantling parts caused an explosion before? Believe it or not, no. I haven't run into very many Kerbal construction problems since they implemented a fix to help with Kerbal construction. The shoreline in this scenario, John, is close enough. I know that right where I am is about 2.4 kilometers. With KSC, dude, it's basically anything... My rule of thumb is anything touching the shore. Anything that's touching the shore here, you should be able to recover. And then the recovery threshold here on this way is the... See where the terrain changes? That's the recovery threshold. It's roughly a 2.4 kilometer circle. I know that where I am right here from my mission mode saves, I know that this is exactly 2.5 kilometers from the runway spawner, because in my old mission mode save, I put a dock out here. I built a dock. It looked like a launch pad, but it was just flat, right? It looked like one of my launch pads. We built a dock out here, and it had a gangway on it, and I could drive trucks up on it. It went out here. And I didn't want it to be in render range when I landed stuff on the runway. So I surveyed around, and I found a spot where, you know, a dock would work. Plus, there's a much shallower approach here. The other place that I scouted out was over here. This would be a good place for a dock as well. We could put it out there if we wanted to. You know, we could build ships over at the docking. We could build ships over here and then sail them down to their moorings down here. Do you have screenshots of the dock? I might. Dude, it looks like what? It looks like a launch pad. It looks like one of the launch pads. It's not very complicated. No. I used it to recover capsules. Here. There's a capsule recovery. Yep, there it is. Ah, we found it. I had 2 of them. See? One of them had a crane on it. This is how you had to make cranes before the robotics were in the game. You had to use landing gear, right? And I had a shuttle. This thing was a trolley that moved up and down, like these SRBs. The SRBs were rails, and when I retracted the landing gear, I could put stuff down. I could pick stuff up and put it down off the ship. We could pick it up, roll the trolley back this way because it has rover wheels right there. It works kind of like an elevated train almost. And then the K200 with a trailer on it. I drive the trailer up, we drop the trailer into this area right here, and I could drop the pod right on it. And then there's the old recovery ship that I made. I didn't make it good enough. The hull is too shallow. It has too shallow of a draft. I had to put a keel on it like a sailboat, or else it would capsize. Bad design on my part. I could make it better. I can make a better one nowadays. With our wing tessellation, I can make you a ship hull. That's not a problem. But yeah, I use the Goliath engines to get these things out here. Yeah. But that's the crane after it broke. But yeah, I can make docks. We can make moorings. It's no problem. Yeah, I could make this again. I actually could make a dock in about 5 minutes. It would cost money though. The recovery ship would be the difficult part. But yeah, that's literally right where we are. That was right here. Yeah, that was my APS, the Advanced Pod System. Good design. Okay. Let's back the truck up. Undock the thing. We undock the pallet. Gravity is holding it in place. Set this to 90. Come on, you. Alright, so now I set this back up to 100. And then we set the lower. Careful. gotta make sure that the pallet is touching the ground. Alright, put the brakes on. This feels like some old Cleater boat challenge stuff here. Okay. Alright, Bill. Let's see what you got. This is quite tedious. Tedious? Huh. Alright, undock. Yeah, that's perfect. The truck out of the water. We can just leave the truck there. That boat should be able to dock, and if I can, I can scoop the pallet out of the water and we can go further. Alright, let's go. Fire up the engines. The hell? We don't have any, I tried to adjust the sound. Yeah, we have no sound. The rib has... That's weird. Look at this little thing. Easily 30 knots from this little guy. Yeah, it's stealth, that's why. Engage the silent drive. Vasily. Verify distance to target. 1 ping only. Bonk. Bonka. Alright. Leadless. Can she do Kerbal construction here? No, she can't. Alright, stand up on the boat. I'm going to test by attaching this to there. But it's playing the... It's playing sound. That's strange, man. It's playing the construction noise sound. Yeah, Steiner, I've played RimWorld. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the RHAB. I made this a long time ago, dude. And the design actually holds up. It uses jet engines for propulsion, right? But I have SAS on there to mimic kind of how an outboard motor would work. See, it's playing the part noises, which is just weird. Alright, let's go get that other... This is why I wanted I-beams to hold the pushed item in front. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you wanted that, but we also don't need it. Kerbal construction is much easier to achieve literally the same result. We have wings now. We wings now. I really wish we had the water noises. I mean, it could probably fly, but I don't want to test that.
Yo,
Hey.
I have a question.
Of course.
Because I feel really dumb right about now. Hi chat, I look like crap, but it's okay. So I ordered an HDMI mini cable to hook into this camera. And this is what came. And that doesn't seem to be...
It's micro HDMI. Sorry, I forgot.
Back to Jeff!
I have the... Well, I was gonna say I have these parts at home, at my parents' house.
No, I want to get a new one.
I'm not... Alright. You could go mini HDMI to micro. That's what I did. That's the exact setup that I had for the cameras, for the auto streams.
You had like a separate dongle though, didn't you?
Yeah, you said dongle.
I know, right? Like you had a thing that did that.
Yeah. It wants to be a dolphin. I'm saying to Snowflake, okay, and you're saying, okay, and he's up on the leg, yee, and you can quote him, Heinz Velvet, I am trainer of dolphins. You want to talk to the dolphin, you talk to me. What happened to the regular trainer? What happened to him? What happened to me? 7 years I make the grade. We are making the dolphins disappear, und then Roy is coming mit the white tiger und a stuffing in the pants und left corn. I think the wings are making it want to come out of the water like a hydrofoil. Yeah, I think I heard a torpedo. Yeah, Christ's sake, man, get the heck out of here. My dog is giving you an odd look. Good. 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 hell is... Hold on. What's the center of mass on this thing? Where's the COM? It's right around there. Huh. Do we have an extra docking port? I do have an extra docking port. That's where the upper stage separated from this thing. And it has monoprop. Wait a minute. Does this thing work? Are the monoprop tanks open? Why don't the thrusters work? Did I put this... Did I set it to hibernate? Okay. Oh. No, it has an antenna in it. I don't know where it is. Yeah, monoprop is worth money, dudes. Guys, I might be able to just recover the entire stage. I just don't know how we're going to couple it. Where's our center of mass on this thing? We'll find the porpoise. Oh yeah, that's your hero, isn't it, Forlorn? Nobody's missing a porpoise. It's a dolphin that's missing, okay? Easy, click the green button. Yeah, but John, if I get this thing up onto a pallet and I get it onto the runway, that's more money. And that wouldn't be too hard, I don't think. I should be able to lift this thing. There's the drain valve. Hang on, let me just check the COM one more time. It's basically right in the center of that tank. Hang on. Nice. The fraction depends on the distance of the craft landed from the Space Center. On the Space Center grounds, the fraction is 98. And beyond is approximately 98.98 minus the surface distance in kilometers divided by 2150. Okay. So, 0.98. We're 3 kilometers away. Minus, so 3 divided by 2150. Oh, it's 0.97. Okay. Yeah, no, it's... We can just recover it. It would be cool to bring it back, but yeah, we could just recover the thing. That's not an issue. The engine section, unfortunately, over there, that's the part that's the most expensive. But it's underwater. I don't have a submarine. I've never made a submarine in this game. And I don't have anything that can fish a line down there and get it. 2.4. Anywhere on the shoreline here is a win condition. It's on the shoreline, guys. Pontoons will the A piston crane just to get it close to shore. Sentence do good. More what look like. Good sentence do grammar right. Fat fingers and autocorrect? Nah, I know, man, I know. I say that when I try to figure out what you're saying, dude, through the autocorrect nonsense and everything, but yeah, if I can't figure it out, I'll just divide by 0. Tokyo, what's up, man? Okay, Leveless is gonna need to get the truck. Hey, 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 relax. Don't rock the boat, Glevless, jeez. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, Glevless. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat. Why waste time? Say lot word when few do trick. I think he means to use pistons. Maybe. I mean, do you guys want me to continue trying to... I could get this thing back to the runway with the equipment that I have here, I'm pretty sure. But if you guys just wanted to see me recover it, I understand. Because we have SSTO. We have business up in space to do. Okay. Oh, it didn't dock. Huh. What I wouldn't give for a winch in this game. What a cool boat and truck you made. Thanks, Andrus. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't just like making spacecraft in this game. I like making all the equipment, all the support equipment. Because, you know, I'm kind of strapped for cash right now with this save. And going and recovering junk stages and stuff out of the water, very useful. Because I have a rule. I have a rule about recovering. You can't recover stuff unless it's close to KSC. Basically touching the shoreline if it's out in the water. So, yeah, with my recovery rules, it pays to have this type of equipment here. There we go. Shut down that. Make sure that's all shut off. Okay. The rib is docked. This is really tedious, I will say. I do not understand how you can say that. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how you can say that, man. That's about one of the quickest recovery missions I've ever done. See Broke Oilers last. Did you see the new show and tell? No, I haven't, but I want to. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'll just hit the recover button on this. Do we want to try for more parts? When's the next Hunt the Streamer? The 11th. It's next week. It was supposed to be this week, but I had to move it out because probably I had some stuff to do. It's my first, so I might be resetting the bar a little bit too high. I might be setting the bar a little too high. I mean, this is not tedious. Dude, I've flown halfway around Kerbal to recover equipment before. Halfway around Kerbin. Yeah, I'll just drive this back. Yeah, 4x3. I go and get my equipment. I go and fish it out. Or at least I try to. That's why I have a junkyard of parts over there from an SSDO that I scrapped. There's like I don't know, probably not 100K worth of parts, but probably about 50K worth of parts sitting out there. I just need to go and get it. Last, please. What's up? Are you planning on Minecraft tomorrow? Minecraft is the early hour Saturday stream, dude. Yep. Turn this thing on. I need a little more kick getting up this hill. Yeah, 4x3. This might seem a little bit on the tedious side, but yeah. Heck, when I crashed a dart out there, and I drove out there and went and got it. I drove out there with one of these trucks. When Dart crashed and killed Jeb right next to it, should have been a good indicator of not bringing those back. Over there, I drove out and I recovered all the parts. And all the parts to both of those crashes are sitting over there. That's all those parts out on the truck over there. I like the challenge, dude. The way I see it is that if NASA has a pod that's crashed somewhere, or if they have a piece of equipment that they want to go and get, they have to go and get it. Why is the truck going so slow? The truck feels like it's bogging down, guys. If a pregnant woman goes swimming, does she become a submarine? I prefer extravehicular activity. It's an EVA suit. I haven't played this game since right after the update with the stock hinges. And stuff came out. Would it be possible now with the offsite construction to build something completely from scrap parts of failed spacecraft? Yes. Spiritus, I'm telling you, I had one of my... Look, I had crash sites here, and then there's another crash site over there. I crash a lot. Spiritus, in this version of KSP, there's no reverts. I don't understand why this thing is going so slow. The truck is not going fast, which is weird. Anyway, yeah, I had a probably about a 300 part SSTO crash out there, 300 part vehicle crash out there, and I went and I scrapped it. I scrapped the thing. It looks like Watto's junkyard out there, dude. Oh yeah, guys. Actually, Spiritus, you know, I know you've watched the stream before. Like, you used to watch the stream a lot, if I'm remembering correctly. If you're the Spiritus that I'm thinking of. You remember when I built the launch pads, dude? I would like to do that out on the moon, only build the thing. Like, send out the sub-assembled parts, and then use Kerbal Construction to build it. Yeah, okay, cool. Right on. So, Spiritus, you remember, like, when I built the, that huge base on Minmus? We could do that 1,000 times easier nowadays. And I could make it. I could get that done. I could build a hotel. I could build a skyscraper on the moon. No problem. What I really thought would be a really cool idea, just on a side note, as kind of a R&D project, is build Astra's, something like Astra's rocket. So this is the rocket that went sideways off the pad the other day. The Astra rocket is cool because the entire launch site can be carried around in shipping containers, fuel tanks and all. It's just shipping containers. I would like to make a strong back and everything. With the ground anchors, you can do this now. With the ground anchors, I could make this pad, bolt it, we could take this pad anywhere in trailers with the K200, bolt that thing down, right? Anywhere that's flat. And we can make a little mini launch complex, which I thought would be really cool. I'm build 2 skyscrapers at the same time, Oba. Dang straight, always wanted to do that. Yeah, it's totally possible. Yeah, you could make a little mini launch site. It's totally doable. So I could, dude, screw the launch sites in KSP. I could build a launch site wherever the hell I want. All right, so let's recover the truck. We should get 100% return on that, minus the fuel that we used, which was like 20 units of fuel. Yeah, we could do that with Imahara if I messed with the launcher a little bit, Drummer. Yeah, totally doable. I could make the rocket, I could make a little expendable rocket, Jax, but I'm not sure what it would be useful for, but it would still be cool. Jebstone would be tough, Chief. I can't move the SRB around when it's fully fueled. So we got 100% return there, right? And we got our Kerbals back. Now let's recover this. 44 parts. Let's see. It should be a 97% recovery. 97.8 recovery right there. We got 12 grand from that. Oh, now I want to go grab that thing. That's all right. I think we have enough. Space elevator on Minmus. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Would love to see you pull that off. Unfortunately, I haven't much time to watch these days. Also can't watch most of the time for times. Yeah, Spiritus, don't get me wrong. Like, when I say, oh, you used to watch a stream a lot, now you don't, I don't mean that in any, like derogatory way and all. I get it, dude. I get it. Spiritus, I've been doing this for 10 years, man. At this point, better part of a decade. I get it. I'm amazed that there's some folks that have been with me this long, but I don't get upset if people have real life stuff, you know, and they have to go do real life stuff in time zones and stuff. Dude, I can't keep you up until 4 in the morning every night, dude. I get it. Spiritus, I remember anybody that I've had a significant conversation with. I don't know why. I don't know. Question, would you be able to build an entire SSDO launchpad on Minmus for the big one to send it out to the rest of the system? It doesn't make sense sending the aeroshell out that far, Riv. It's better to work on a modular infrastructure. It's because I'm weird. No, just the way so I always said that contributes. There's a thing going on there. The thing that's going on is that with how my mind works, because all I did when I was younger is play video games. That's it. I did not pay attention in school. All right. So I didn't. How I tell people is that I didn't learn how to learn correctly. Okay. So after school, when I wanted to start, after college and everything, when I wanted to start learning about space and stuff, right? I defaulted to the military method. Repetition. Beat it into your head until you get it. And that's how I learn now. So that's what I mean about significant conversations. If I have conversations with somebody that watches the stream every day for a month straight, that's repetition. I remember that person. And that just happens over time. It's just because of how my brain works. Once something gets in here, it does not go away. I rarely ever forget things. That's right, Naps. That's why I believe in like tough love and some negative reinforcement balanced with positive reinforcement. You can't be positive reinforcement all the time. You're going to set somebody up to fail to do that. You do know I'm teasing, right? Yeah, of course. But Savvy, look at me. I'm a little bit weird. A little weird. Hi, this is our daily conversation. Hi, Draco. How's Finland? Have päivä. No, terve. It's not correctly, it's how the school wants you to learn. Yeah, Kraken, if you wanted to look at that, right? No, it's Sweden. Why were you speaking Finnish to me the other day, then? Hey, though. Yeah, I remember that conversation. We were talking about languages 2 days ago on stream. Talking about all the different languages that I know, and you said hi to me in Finnish. Swede impersonating a Finn. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised by your antics, you... 2 Dracos? No. No, that was you. There's Draco 0 times 191, and then there's Draco 0812. And then there's another Draco, and I forget what the numbers after their name is. Have I gone crazy? Kraken's like, hey. Don't worry about it, man. It's alright. Hey. There's a lot of people with the same name. Like, there's Riverin, and then there's Rivian. Actually, you know what my brain just kind of uses to help distinguish people? Colors in your name. And now that I said that, everyone's going to change their color to screw with me. It's fine. But that's a good way to do it. You're so attentive to chat, but you never respond to me when I say hello in sign language. Yeah, it's because I'm colorblind. Well, boring. I've met you, so that you're in here for good. That's not good. I never forget someone's face, dude. That never happens. Should we build the sat before we go? Yeah. Okay. So, a couple of things that we need to figure out. I'm purple like Twitch. Forlorn ain't gonna forget you, that's for sure. But Forlorn, I've seen your face. You're stuck in here, whether you like it. You're stuck in here with me. No, you showed me a project that you were working on for school, one of your reports, and it had a picture. You showed a picture of you. So yeah, no, that's stuck in here. Mm-hmm. You just got your hair done. Tape, I've seen your face. Likewise. Did you get another one of those things, Teep, for that thing that you were working on or not? See, chat thinks I'm being vague, but Teep, you know that I know that you know that I know that I know exactly what I mean. Wait, how is Starship going to gimbal with Raptor vacuum engines when they don't have gimbal? T-Man, believe it or not, for upper stages, you don't need that much gimbal. Really, you don't. Starship could even use differential thrust to steer. But T-Man, think about the burns that we do. Think about the burns that we do in KSP. with upper stages. Most of them are finding the maneuver node and just hitting the go button. It's very rare that you have to do turns where you have to like yaw, pitch, and roll your second stage. It's very rare. You really don't need engine gimbal up in space. You can use RCS to do that. And the Raptor vacuums have the tap off, right, for the hot gas thrusters. So when the vacuum engines are firing, you're actually giving yourself RCS. Don't need gimbal. There's no need for it. Now the center engines on Starship, the Raptor, the sea level Raptors, you definitely need gimbal on those. Why? Because the flip. Oh yeah, you need gimbal on those ones. That's really important. There's been SRBs with gimbal Spiritus. Oh, you're talking about in KSP. Yes. Oh yeah. We have SRBs with gimbal now. There's 2 of them. I don't have them unlocked in this career mode save, dude. The Clydesdale. The Clydesdale has a 1 degree vector range. The Clydesdale is a 4-segment booster. It's a 2.5 meter SRB. You can use it to make like Ares 1 and stuff. It's actually really cool. And then you can use, so this is a part with the robotics. You can use these things called CAL controllers. And the CAL controllers can actually, you can change the thrust output on the SRBs to throttle them. You could even make a throttle.
Discovery,
if you bound it to an axis, you could make a real-time throttleable SRB, which is literally impossible in real. Well, not necessarily impossible, but. Hey, Sylvie, it's 70-month resub. How goes it? 70 months. I still remember when you always wore sunglasses. Did you watch the Firefly attempt yesterday? I streamed it. Yeah, good attempt. Good for a first try, Sylvia. They made it further than SpaceX did on their first try way back in the day, so. I don't control cows. You're a cow. Got him. Alright. Let's go down here. The Mark III resource sat. This is the satellite that we have. Let me take the dispenser off of it. Let's call this the Mark III RS resource sat mission extension vehicle. Alright, so if we're gonna send a redirect satellite, okay? If we're gonna send a redirect satellite, we have some problems here. The problems are that this thing does not have any docking ports on it. The Lugnut satellite bus, no docking port. It's not designed. We're not designed to get it back. But we need to redirect one of these satellites. I need to dock something to it, and we need to move the sat. Now, a couple of things to take into account. This thing has an offset center of thrust. See how it's slightly offset? Discount NASA man? Roger, Tranquility. We copy on the ground. Yeah, Quietus. Long time ago, right? I think I read somewhere that a throttleable SRB was concept stages. Yeah, you could change the throat diameter to adjust the mass flow rate, Havocs, but you're going to need a weird nozzle to do that. That's got to be a weird expansion ratio with the nozzle. Hi, it's Sawyer, but which one, Kappa? Nice. Alright, so we're going to need a grappler. I need a grappler mechanism. How am I going to do that? We could grapple on the communicatrons. Those have a collider there. Bunch of guys turning blue down there. We're breathing again. I can't imagine how narrowing the nozzle on an SRB. Yeah, that's very complicated. There's a lot of pressure involved there. I can't get Kerbals out to the moon right now, chillin'. I don't have the infrastructure. It's namely fuel. The big SSTO is supposed to bring up all the fuel so I could get out to the moon with Kerbals. The big SSTO is kill right now. Can you just have a cup and push it? Yeah. Let me check some things. Let's check this old gator hinge here. Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
I need your whiteboard. And a marker. Do you know where a marker is?
It should be with it.
No.
On the floor somewhere. Either that or I put it on the table.
On a table out here?
No, the table in here.
Oh.
There's also the whiteboard marker in the kitchen from the kitchen whiteboard.
I couldn't find that whiteboard, that's why I came in here. But I found the whiteboard.
You found it?
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, Pigzig, well that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have to have an offset here. How are we gonna do this? Right there. Right there. Hold on. Can this thing fit? Yes, it can.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Okay. Alright, hold on a second here. Hey, Brox. Actually, it's probably closer to that. Let's just pretend that it's out of fuel. Okay, I could make something like the mission extension vehicle from Northrop Grumman. That's what we kind of talked about doing the other day when I had that catastrophic failure. Mission extension vehicle. So, the MEV is a little tiny satellite, right? Check this out. What this thing does, it has a little grabber at the front. And then it has a locator probe that comes out of the front here. And what it does is it goes up to a satellite, and the grabber here attaches. It can clamp onto the payload attachment fitting from a satellite. So this PAF right here is where it attached to the rocket. This thing grabs that. What it does to grab it though is it uses a locator right here. There's your 3 claws, and oh, I forgot it. And then it and then it grabs the PAF. And then it can redirect this satellite. Oh, look. Epic Games just starts popping up stuff when I alt-tab out of something. Here, you can just go away. How about you leave me the hell alone? Thank you. All right, cool. So, I can't do a locator because the collider on this thing is not conic. I can't locate in the engine bell. That's weird flex, but okay, PAF grabber. Yeah, that's fine. What's up, oh snap? How you doing? How's things going with that thing? Yeah, things going good or what? What do we got? All right. It consensually, yeah. It asked permission first. That's ask permission before with your parents before you go online. Alright, so what I can do, the collider is small here, so the decoupler should be able to like kind of ring in here because the decoupler is hollow on the inside. Okay. Now what we can do is go in here and I can get a Mark III Sorry, repost. Is the Claw cheating on this mission? The Claw is... I mean... It's not. It costs money, though, but... I mean, the AGU could work. I was going to... Okay, so the thing about the claws is that claws are imprecise. I can claw another satellite. That's not a problem. However, I need to locate myself on the satellite because we gotta pulse the engines. If we're gonna pulse the engines, my center of thrust needs to be lined up with my center of mass. There's no getting around that, or else the thing will just spin out of control. I could use SAS to compensate, but if I do a locator, we'll end up getting more delta V. We'll end up getting the most amount of delta V because we won't have any cosine loss. I recovered parts of it, Nuclear, yeah. Does the clay fit in the small SSTO? Claw. Yeah, that one should. Just, chat, hold off on the suggestions for a second. I have an idea. And I suppose I could use the claw. That's not really that big of an issue, but give me a moment, okay? All good in the hood. Uncle Sam needs you. Dude, I'm ready. Whenever you are. Oh, snap. I'm ready to... Dude, let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Actually... Ooh. Hold on, oh, snap. I gotta talk to you. Give me 1 second. I forgot. Of course I forgot. It's me, because I'm an idiot. There you go. Hey EJ, did you see the KSP2 video posted by the developers today? Somebody's linked it to me, Chem. I haven't checked it out just yet. The claw has a point through the center of mass option. It's 7 seconds? I mean, alright. You guys like going in all different directions here. Huh. Look at the crawler way. Crawler transporter. We got a little fuel depot over there. You got some fuel lines. You got a flame trench. Interesting. I'll keep that for later. So I can use that as a locator, right? And then what we can do, give me the little baby claw. The babby claw will fit. Babby claw fits. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so let me attach this. So this whole thing will go in here like this. We can steer in like this. I just got to get that circled around, and then we can use this to locate it, right? Yeah, we could use it to locate the thing. That's no problem. And then, as long as I deploy the claw, I suppose it doesn't matter if we don't locate perfectly up down with the satellite. Now what we can do here is, if I engineer this correctly, let's move these forward a little bit and then give me some grip pads, right? Where's the tiny little grip pad? There we go. And we can use the grip pads to locate it so our center of mass and center of thrust is completely lined up. See? That one is... Ooh, can't locate that one. Because that lines up. Damn. Okay. So we need to do something like this, right? And then I can't do 3x sim here unless we did 3x symmetry on the side. This is too much, Sev. We need 3 to locate correctly, but if we did 3x symmetry this way, right, that would locate just fine. There is some clipping, though. You know what? We can do 4. 4 is just fine, and 4 will fit. Help me, I can't stop playing this. What's that, serious? Town Scraper. What is this? What is this? Oh, for Pete's sake. This looks like Polybridge addicting, dude. Jeez. I should go play Polybridge again. That's a fun game. It is, Aqua. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I need the grip pads to really hold this thing in position. That's really, really important. Only nerds would think Polybridge is a fun game. Got them! What's up, Taradra? How you doing? How goes your Rimney worlding? We got to make sure we're getting the collider here. Yeah, see. New SpaceX job posting. We got food stable geothermal soon, so we can grow indoors. Life support systems engineer for Starship. Cool. Savvy, what do you think? Should I L these grip pads like this? The problem is see, what I'm wondering here is there's really no way to hook this thing. I can locate myself, and then if we deploy the claw, it should dock, but the grip pads are gonna slide. I know they're gonna slide. I need a way to like hook onto it. I'm not sure how we're gonna do that. What I was thinking is just locate this thing, right? And then just deploy the claw. And then if I put this on a hydraulic or something, right? I can push it forward and we can hook onto the back. Tars, can you hook the onto the antenna? Yeah? Sure. I don't know how. Gotta ask, for the robotic parts for the cool factor, you could claw it to the side and point through the center of mass. You don't need it to be lined up. Well, if I claw this thing like this, we could operate this as one vehicle. But yeah, I guess I could just point through the center of mass. Yeah, Kenny, I know the antennas break. I'm not really worried if they break. There's 4 of them. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we're gonna need RCS. More fuel? Yeah, obviously more fuel as well. Sorry. Didn't you say the center of mass was offset anyway? Wouldn't this just make it... Well, if I offset the thruster, then it's not a problem. That's what I was trying to... That's what I was going to figure out. If I took the little ant engine, right? I don't know. What do you think? That might be a problem, offsetting it like that, though. That's going to make this satellite offset. I should test this. I should test to make sure that this works. Or I could just not claw the thing. But we're gonna... Let's see, like, the thing is, we need monopropellant now. Oh, that's not the right one. Damn it. Just waste money. Are you going to disconnect the MEV for the secondary mission? Yeah. I mean, you guys just want... I mean, we just do that. Hey, G, what's going on? I think this should work. To be honest, this should be fine. What's the purpose of the hinges? To locate it so we're aligned. The clock could also transfer fuel. That's the other thing that I was thinking about. We could transfer fuel, and I could give the prospecting satellite more fuel. But then again, it really doesn't matter, does it? So long story short, this satellite is floating around the moon with no fuel in it, and it's in an off-nominal orbit. It's not in the orbit that I want. I need about a 30 to 40 meter a second boost with this thing to get it into the right orbit. So I'm trying to develop a satellite that can go out there, go out to the moon. I have a contract for a polar orbit around the moon, right? For EEG, right? That's in the parameters for the orbit is close to where this thing is stranded. So I should be able to get to it. It's just unmanned probe that has an antenna and can generate power. Easy. Okay. Will the hinges reach the satellite before the grabber does? Well, the grabber's got to be telescopic. It's got a telescope. It's got to go this way. Or we could do an old trick. See how my mouse is over the grabber and it's not selecting it? We could do an old trick, and the old trick is this. When you extend the claw, the collision box changes. And the collision box could just grab the thing right off the bat. Because see how it's not selecting anything right there? If I move it one more forward, right? Might be a little too much. That should just be able to grab it. With fuel transfer, there's no need to locate precisely. Well, there is, because the fuel is offset. I'm hoping those grip pads do what I think they're going to do. Oh, jeez, Forlorn. 5 kilograms. 17. Yeah, that'll work fine. Now I just need an antenna on this thing. Boom! That's a lot of solar panels. I don't think we need that many solar panels. Yeah, we don't need that many solar panels. I just bought my first stock. Used some money. I don't mind losing and bought 30 bucks of Astra. Cool. Do you still have the Mission Mode 2 starting tech tree screenshot? It should be around. Yeah. If you ever lose your mind and install mods, you should start with Defiant's Kaleidoscope mod. I can see the colliders, Savvy. I don't need to. I can tell where they are. But yeah, Kaleidoscope would probably be for you guys' benefit, not mine. I'll tell you. Yeah, see, that'll claw that thing up real good. The question is, can we bonk it? Can we bonk it enough? We could always go up and over and grab the thing right there. What do you think? If I grab the thing, I mean, we could... The other thing is locating off the antennas, but I'm not sure how we're going to do that. So, basically what's going to happen is there's a decoupler in here, and the decoupler isn't going to do anything. It doesn't do anything. And basically... I'm going to need some RCS, and I need to get the decoupler around the engine ring. Once I do that, because we're located, we do this, and that should center it, and then we deploy the claw. The only thing I'm really worried about is when we deploy the claw, instead of the claw actually docking, it'll just push us away. And that's where I'm wondering about the grip pads. The grip pads, they might just slide off. Tessa, are you here? Wondering if Tessa's here. Just give it RCS. Doesn't the claw tend to be a bit crackety? Yeah, but I don't have a docking port on this thing. I mean, we could always just fire it this way. That would work too, without docking. What about Kerbal I don't have... This mission needs to be unmanned. Unfortunately. Why not use monopropellant for main thrust? Terrible, terrible efficiency. Yeah, the monoprop thrusters suck, dude. Is the mining mission done? Satellite stranded in an orbit where I can't scan, make. I'm trying to go and get it now. There. Hope this works. So the manned lunar mission's never happening. Is this enough Delta V? No, doesn't look like it. What are you making? Mission extension vehicle. I'm going to grab a satellite and put it into a different orbit. 468? That's literally it? That's all I have from this, huh? Alright, well, let's start taking things off that I don't need. $871. Still not enough. It's not even enough to get around the moon. Hey Chris, what's going on? Damn. What do we have? I have the Ant engine on there. There's no other engine. There's no other engine that's going to work here. A spark engine would give me better specific impulse, but... So, 891. 952. Adding more engines doesn't increase efficiency, Chief. I don't have the ion engine unlocked. I'm thinking, dudes. I'm thinking. $13.13. Radial tanks. I don't have that much space. That gives me 1209 plus the monopropellant. The RCS, we can use the RCS for additional propulsion. This might be enough. I can also lower the strength on these things. They don't need to be strong. They just need to locate it. That gets us up to 1385. That actually could do it. The required equipment for the contract is just generate power and have an antenna. The big one, Stushla. Yeah, the big one has a structural flaw in it. Long story short, it's not the landing gear that was freaking out. The tanks are rupturing when I go to land. I basically hit it too much. I hit the ground. Even hitting the ground at like 3 meters a second causes the tanks to rupture. Yeah, it's not the landing gear, it's the tanks. We figured that out yesterday. Hey, Spiffy, what's going on? Very good, very good. What's up, buddy? This actually might work. So I have to go. We have to put this thing into an orbit, into a different orbit, and so I have to redirect. And then I need to place it into a final orbit. All right, let's think about this. Let me look at the Delta V map. All right, so 860. We don't need full 280, but I'm going to figure 280. The orbit isn't 14 kilometers, but you figure it in as an overestimation. So 860, 280 is about, it's almost 1200, right? Closer to 11. It's like 11, what is that, 11,140? Would a small solid fuel kicker fit and be better for it? Heavy, man. Let me take a look. We can't fit that. Nope, that won't work. Separatrons, maybe. Well, 1358 and 201. And if we... What's the lightest decoupler that we have? That's actually not a bad idea. This payload's gonna be super freaking heavy, though. Use the shrimp. No. Still too big. I was thinking put these on a plate and then we could separate that. All right, let's play. Let's play here for a second. Say I do this. How much delta V do we have here? 570. No, not enough. The problem with these things is that the specific impulse is terrible. We can't. Our payload mass can't go over 2,000. I don't want more than 2,000 kilos. Then the small SSTO will have some trouble getting it into orbit. We don't want that. Can you place this inside of the bay for reference? It should fit with its dispenser. Yeah, that'll fit. We can't really go much longer than this, though. Thrust limit them? That will only increase my burn time. That won't increase delta V, guys. Go to 3 hinges. These hinges have no motor mass. That's what's making this thing work. 1400. All right, so 1170, right? 1170 will get me to a 1170 will get me to a 14-kilometer circular. All right, we have 1400. We have 1600 here in this, and are we meeting payload capacity? Yeah, we are. So we have 1600 here. So how much reserve delta V is that going to get us? 1600 divided by 1140. Not divided. 1600 minus 1140. That gives us an extra 460 meters a second delta V. 460 is enough to leave the moon and then some. I could send this back to Kerbin. Now, we have some inclination changes that we have to do. Some hard inclination changes, because one of these things isn't in the right orbit and the other one is. We also have monopropellant on top of that. I think this mission's pretty safe. We have enough delta V to do a lot of redirecting here. And then here, after this is separated, is this reading correctly? Yep, it is. Can you ride share this mission? This is a ride share. Yeah. I think we're well in the clear. We have 1600 Delta V in the probe. We'll fire the Separatrons to boost its orbit, right? And then, okay, fire the Separatrons. We need about 900 to get to the moon. That's an overestimation, right? So that'll leave us 500 Delta V on a lunar flyby left over, right? Yeah. Yeah, 1600 minus 1140 will get us to the moon. Yeah, this thing could, we almost have enough to land. Good. That should be enough to redirect satellites in high lunar orbit, even with the on-orbit plane changes and stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm good. How much does this thing weigh? It's 1900 kilograms. I think I'm good. I know that this thing is good enough to at least do one mission. It's good enough to do one of them. If I can get the Lunar Prospector, then we're good. Forgot about that. Okay, gotta talk to Brimo about that.
Discovery,
all right.
throttle up.
Whoa! Chris with the 20 subs, thank you! Damn, dude! Sorry, I got a text message. I just need to check something, dudes. Inclination close costs a lot. Happy September, thank you. Nice, DJ. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the 20 subs, man. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's get the payload transfer vehicle out.
Discovery, go at throttle.
That's the last suck. Whoa, Woody! Gifted 10 subs. Thanks, man. You guys are too nice to me. I'm telling you.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
What are you guys doing? Hokey gifted 12. Is this a sub train? I need a train emoji? Not yet? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I gotta go. I gotta get an SSDO in here. I gotta make sure that that fits. That's the wrong SSTO. It fits in there, that's for sure. Did NASA get funding for the climate satellite constellation? No. The climate satellite constellation was my idea, dude. Well, not my idea. The satellite servicing modular satellite idea was mine. Oh, man. Alright, if we just absolute snap a couple of these tanks together, cramp it up a little bit, should be good. Alright, cool. Let me just make sure I go and change the master design. And then this is a heavy payload, so I'm gonna pay a little extra money for some struts here. Save. Okay, the payload transfer vehicle is out. I know you don't. I don't know if you saw earlier. I got an offer signed today, 40% raise and better opportunity. Nice, Duber. Congratulations. Yeah, I didn't see it, but now I did.
Discovery,
All right.
go at throttle up.
So save that. That's good. Yeah, man, that's really awesome. Good job. I'm serious. Okay. Payload transfer vehicle is good to go. The payload fits. We know it fits. I gotta modify the master file just to make sure that we have all the same files here. And then, yeah, we'll put the pad out on the other side of Space News here.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Chris gifted us up to Duber and DNF. There we go. Crap file reflects the same. It's the same thing. All right, let's hope this one works, guys. We're going to do this mission on the other side of Space News.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Chris gifted a sub to Bill. Tack för prenumerationsgaven. Tack för prenumerationsgaven. Hej då. Satans jävla fitta. I can't say that dang word. How do you say that dang word, man? Shh. Well, the claws seem to work on the ground. Oh, thanks, Illness. Thanks for testing. I actually, thank you a lot. That actually really helps. Last, okay? I went to Albert Whitted Airport Restaurant today. Oh, that's cool. Nice planes. Nice pictures, man. All right. So, I'm gonna move the pads. We're gonna move them out there. Yeah, Hillness, it's close enough, dude. Close enough to show. Or should we just put the small... Let's just put the small SSTO pad out here for now. And then I'll redirect. Or do we want to put it out there and make sure that it works out there? What do you think, dudes? What do you guys think? Should I just bite the bullet, put the pad out there, move it now? Or, well, on the other side of Space News, and then launch from out there for the first time for this mission? Or should I just put it where the big SSTO's pad should be right now? How many pads are you currently using? Just one. I can only afford one right now. Gonna be walking the Mackinac Bridge for Labor Day this year. That's a long way, Spoon. Jeez. Will it render during landings if it's at the museum? If it's on this side row, no, it won't. What's the disadvantage? Well, the disadvantage is I don't know if the terrain is flat out there. So if I push a pad out there and the terrain isn't flat enough and I end up having to put the pad here, and then I have to roll the pad back at least to the runway to make sure that it, to get a good return on investment. Because I've only... Yeah, it's better to put the pad out now. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's better to do it that way. Let's just go with what we know. I'll tow the SSTO back, and let's just operate it out of Complex 1 for now. Well, Roro, I'm used to landing it with the bad frame rates, dude. I can't tell you what I'm going to do in real time. But... let's just reduce the risk because this is a very, very important launch. All right. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Cool. John, I think this pad is actually cheaper than the other one because it doesn't have all that landing gear on it. I think it's better because maybe move it after a couple more launches out of here. But I need to be better with Launch Complex Cannon because technically the big SSTO, I put the big SSTO's pad out here, so... I mean, for recovery. I know what you mean. I know. The big SSTO's pad should be right there. We'll just pretend that it's right there for now. Tedley should not be out there. Where are you? Oh, he's in the crew access tower. Tried to sneak in, did you? Get out of there. Different shuttle. The two SSTOs need different pads. Or I could just start using the small one on the big one's pad. We'd need to figure out some kind of adapter mechanism, but it's doable. But it's also a lot of parts. I'd rather operate 2 separate launch complexes in case anything else goes wrong. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather operate 2 pads. Easier. More expensive. Way easier. And the small SSTO has an entirely built-out system. It's 100% working. I can put whatever payload I want in there and send it wherever I need to. I haven't figured out how to put payload in the big SSTO yet. I'm not sure what we're going to need to do that. I'm going with 2 pads, but we're not going to move the small SSTO pad right now. We'll do that in a moment. I gotta put the crane out. Did you update the small pad with the cheaper fuselages? I didn't. Haven't done that. We should probably do that, but I haven't. $154, $336. Oh, man. Okay, Gleblis can go out there. Alright, let's put the crane out. When did you start playing hardcore KSP? And did you play a lot casually before doing so? Yeah, Kraken. Before, I just kind of did whatever I wanted to do in KSP. One day we could work on like a helicopter, and the next day we'd just launch something into space. The problem is that when I don't really have any regimented content like that, I end up just working on a project for like 6 months straight. I just keep trying to push it and keep trying to make it better, and we end up never getting anything done. I always want to engineer it better, build it better. Mission mode kind of balances that out. I build it good enough, and then we make it better over time from launching. It finds the balance between engineering, like ground operations, and doing stuff up in space. I know what you mean by hardcore. Yeah, I got you. Mm-hmm. Just got to move the crane into position here. Yeah, what I would always do is just go into my sandbox save with unlimited funds, really no accountability. It was just really making good content. Now it's the opposite of that. I have to build. Chat actually votes on it, what I need to make, and then I build it. Okay, switch to the pad. Lock out the launch box. Lock out the TE. Okay, check the cal controllers. Debug controller is off. Rotational controllers set to off, set to off. Master controller set to off. Cool. Make sure that we have the right vessel hierarchy. We do. Okay. Gold Hunter, thank you for the raid. How do you get the drag handled with your SSDO? The hull looks like it would cause a lot with all the plates. Is there a trick? There's no trick. Re-entry vehicles make drag, Spiritus. It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to fly like trash. That's the point. That's the secret. There is no secret. Hey, Gold Hunter, thank you for the raid. I don't believe I know you. I think I've seen you raiding before. Tell me about yourself. Now. Hey, Chaos, what's going on? You will tell me about yourself. Explain. Explain, Gypsy. Alright, dudes. We'll tow the SSDO over. How much money do I have left? 26,549. Ooh. That's right, Roro. Don't you lose a lot of Delta V in the atmosphere then? As long as your TWR is high, higher TWR will actually get you more Delta V. You know why, Spiritus? I don't spend as much time in the atmosphere. Yep. Hey, Dino. Just like the shuttle. The shuttle has those two big SRBs, and it's not aerodynamic. It just right out of the atmosphere real quick. What's the first time here? Just doing some programming stuff. Cool, man. Right on. That's good to see you. How much is that dang payload truck? I'm doing a rescue mission for the failed big SSTO mission the other day, Dino. I need cash. We need to build up the cash again. Can you give me a rundown for the past 5 days? I built up enough money to launch the big SSTO. I launched it. It did a mission. The mission failed. Satellites are stranded. I'm trying to rescue them now. I landed the big SSTO, and when I landed it, it blew up again. So I needed to test to figure out why. And now we're back to using the small SSTO again. But we did figure out what was wrong with the big one. Why the big one blows up when you try to land it. Yeah, Roro, right? Staging. Payload transfer vehicles 24703, 26549. I literally cannot make a mistake here. We cannot make a mistake during this integration. This mission has to go perfect. Either that or I need a bailout from chat. Oh my goodness. I do not like cutting this close. Taco, don't worry. I have a fix in order. Yarg and I figured out some stuff. Yeah, this fix should... I mean, I gotta do more testing with that new fix, but it should fix everything. John, I don't want to go back to using the Freedom rockets, dude. I still have some left, yeah, sure. But, The pad is fully fueled, Cyberbob. Yeah, immolated. Alright, I'm just going to leave this here. Okay. Cool. Alright, guys. I'm going to go on break. We're going to go... I'm going to take 15, and then... Yeah, we'll do space news for not very long. I have a feeling this mission is going to be a little bit drawn out, so... If you can't afford to lose it, you can't afford to fly it. Then again, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah, true that. All right. We're set. All we got to do is put the thing together, and then we'll go to launch. I have $1,800. I have $1,800 left. That's it. Nothing more. Yeah, Pop Bear. We'll go through the mission profile. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll see you on the other side. We're going to do space news for about an hour, hour and a half. I want to